Hey world, what's going on? This is Samuel Rodney, founder. This is Samuel Rodney, founder of Be Inspired TV, and coming back at you with another episode. We got a musician on here, and guys, I made this company or this TV show just to like inspire people. We hear about people when they're at the top of the company, but you never hear about them when they were going through their journey. We look at them when they get to the top as superheroes or like not human, but in all actuality, they went through some stuff to get there. And my goal is just to bring on those grinders and hard workers who are going through their journey but haven't made it yet, so you could hear their story and be inspired by it. So tonight I got here Kellen Salters, but before I get him on, I just want to give a quick shout out to View Magazine. Go ahead and check it out at viewmagazine.com, www.viewmagazine.com. It stands for Visionaries and Entrepreneurs United. Go ahead and check it out. That's one of our partnerships. But here we go. We got Kellen here on the line, and he's going to share his quick story, and we're going to get into his tips and tricks of how to be an entrepreneur. All right? Take it over, Kellen.
Well, good afternoon. Good night, everyone here in Be Inspired Land. It's Kellen Salters, musician, coming to you. Well, first of all, I started this journey back in 2012 when I first got to Texas. I was working at Walmart. I didn't like it very much. So I started searching for stuff. I came across a few business opportunities that didn't work out, but I got in contact with Sammy, and then he showed me some other things, and that started me on my journey of being an entrepreneur. Now I'm so deep into being an entrepreneur that I can't think of anything else to do. I can't turn back right now. And through that process, I found out my purpose. What I was supposed to do was actually to be a musical entrepreneur, not just an entrepreneur, but a musical entrepreneur. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm building right now. Have my website up and everything coming together. And like Sammy said, grinding out all the details and working from the ground up. Eventually, I'm gonna be there. You're gonna hear about me. You're gonna hear about my company, Boundary Breakers Entertainment, soon enough.
Nice, nice, great. Dude, we came a long way, bro. And you talking about that, reaching out to me, wow, bro. Like, we came a long way, and now you here, you got your own company. I just got a few questions for you, like, just how it started for you, like, because I know, like, back home, you was like a rhythm box guy, playing piano, everything. So, like, let's take it back there. What drive you to become like a musician or a rhythm box guy or a pianist? How did that came about? Where did
Well,
you start?
it depends. It depends on, do you want like the way back story, or
Hey,
okay, the way back story.
like just share how you got towards music.
I'm gonna give you the way back, the real way back story. When I was like 4 years old, I could remember I would listen to music, and instead of dancing to the music, I would sit there and I would dissect the music and try to figure like what is this sound going like this? What is this song going like that? And I would stay there and mimic the sound. Since I was a kid, I always had a fascination with putting sounds together and making beats. So as I got older, I got deeper and deeper into it. Then when I bought my first drum machine, well, all hell break loose. You couldn't stop me again. That was it. I just got into music and there was no turning back. It was just music, 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 music.
Nice. Cool, cool. And like you just carried that on throughout like high school and like how's it that you got recruited for your first like band playing?
Well, it was actually through another friend who did music. He was called about a band, and he was already busy in a band, so he told the manager at the time to contact me. He contacted me, and then that's how the band started. So yeah, very forward, really.
Cool. I'll just ask you some more stuff. Just give me a second, right quick. I gave my list. I always get my list of questions to ask everybody, and it's always geared towards that specific person. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. All right. So how's it like now that you have your own company? Like, what is your main purpose and or main focus? Because I know you say you found your purpose earlier in your creating your company. So what is now your main focus or goal, or yeah, your goal?
Well, my goal right now is to bring a different type of music. Not necessarily what's playing right now, but I have my thing is I like so many different types of music, many different genres. Like sometimes I will be there like, okay, should I do hip hop? Should I do soca, dancehall, reggae, country, EDM, all those type of things. And I will just be there like not knowing what to do. So then I came up with the idea to make a company where I will start something different. Well, fuse different genres together to kind of create something new. Since since I'm not really a one trick pony per se,
Yeah.
and I like to do many different types of music, I just feel it makes sense to do something like that. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to fuse things together and make something new.
Cool, cool. So
Together.
all right.
So
So
my company is called Boundary Breakers, called Breaking Boundaries, musical boundaries.
okay. And so like I know you say you have like a group of producers already. So how you came up with those producers or how did you find them to help build a company?
Well, a few of them I knew from back in St. Croix, and then others I found on Facebook.
Okay.
So yeah.
So like do you already have them like putting out music per se? Or you guys still just planning and like fixing up everything and getting ready?
Right, right now we're in the getting everything. We're just stockpiling everything, and we kind of what am I looking for? Right now we're just getting things sorted out, and everybody coming together, and we're just seeing what we got, what we need, what we will use, what we won't use. But I'm basically coordinating everything and everyone, making sure everything is right. You know.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right. So we talked a lot about your company and the direction you're heading. So tell me how important is it to you to like just make sure you got things planned out throughout your day or throughout your week?
Man, that's one of the most important things. And before I got on that, it was horrible. Like things that I was supposed to do wouldn't get done because I will find myself doing something else that was completely unessential, whereas the most important things wouldn't get done. So when you don't have a plan and a set schedule to do things, things just go haywire. You don't get things done. You don't get things completely where you want them to complete. But when you have everything set out, okay, today I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna work on my website. I'm gonna do some marketing today. I'm gonna do some lead generation today. I'm gonna do some calls and contacts so and so today. Whereas before that, it was just like random, running around doing different stuff, running around like a chicken with my head cut off or something like that, as the saying goes. So now everything is more organized and things are getting done now that it's all planned out. So planning is definitely a must.
Right. Like when you say that, it reminds me of like a video that I made. It's called a hidden agenda. Like when you
Mm.
don't have a plan, you leave it open for like a whole bunch of different people to like just take over your day. Like they call you up, hey, what you doing? Nothing. Hey, can you help me do this? You know what I'm saying? And then like you got a whole hidden agenda you didn't know nothing about, but you helping all these people and you still got stuff you need to do, but you can't get to do it because you're helping them out.
And you're straying off your path.
Right.
Hmm.
So like, all right, so you have your team already. So like, how important is like the environment and who you keep around you is important to becoming successful in your music industry.
I will say something about environment right now. Like sometimes when you're first starting, it's kind of hard to get around the right set of people. But one of my mentors who I listen to and I love to listen, I always listen to his stuff. He keeps saying, if you don't have mentors to be around physically, you could like right now I'm into a lot of courses and um masterminds and stuff like that. And there's this music producer what do they call it? Not a mastermind, kind of like a hangout thing
Mhm.
where we come together and we like, you know, m- other producers going towards the same goals and stuff like that. So even though you don't have people physically around you, you could go on YouTube, watch a bunch of videos. Really and truly, that's still your environment because you're immersing yourself in those types of things. So it's still your environment. It's
Right.
not your physical environment, but it's still your environment. That's how I get to function the way I function now because I find more people, more like-minded people on the internet. So
Right.
that's one thing to do to get the right, to get around the right set of people and the right environment. You don't have to be you don't have to be physically around them. Until you get the chance to do that, just use the internet. Get in hangouts, get in groups of people who are going the same way you're going.
You know what? It's funny you say that because like we like on my journey, like I remember just like I need to be around those positive people. But in all actuality, just listening to them on YouTube or listening to like a motivational thing from maybe Les Brown or like I know Bob Proctor is your favorite. So
My favorite.
I know like just listening to that like on a constant basis will help you change your mindset, and mindset is important.
And I mean, they become a part of your environment because they're like mentors. Like they're not there with you, but they're like mentors. Like I call all of them my mentors, even though I never actually met them. I feel like if I was to, let's say I went to a mall or something and I accidentally run into them, I would probably walk up to them feeling like they know them or something like that. Because I mean, they're always there. They're always there. I always watch their stuff. I always buy their stuff. Another thing about environment too. You gotta invest in courses and stuff like that too because it kind of help you with the environment thing.
It's it's funny you say that because like I just finished reading this book called Outwitting the Devil, and like what Napoleon Hill used to do is every night before he go to sleep, he would
Mhm.
have a board of a whole bunch of people that he looked up to, like Abraham Lincoln, like um, Thomas Edison, and just a whole bunch of great people. And he had them all on his board, just like he wasn't literally meeting with them physically, but in his mind, he was actually having a board meeting with them, and he was at the head of the board meeting. So it's funny you
Exactly.
say that.
Exactly. Like I have all of my mentors on my board of advisors.
Nice.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, like, building a company, especially in the music world, I know is probably challenging. So, what is some of the things that you do to keep you going when you feel like giving up?
Well, I have to be honest with you, Sammy. I don't really ever feel like giving up because when you know what you're supposed to do, when you find your purpose,
Hmm.
so when you find your purpose, there's no time that I think about giving up. Have people around you to support you. You know,
Right.
I have my wonderful wife to be supporting me. So that's another thing. So you have to have supportive people
See,
and be totally sure about what you're doing. Since I'm totally sure about what I'm doing, I don't ever want to give up. Like I had a setback some time ago where we thought, not we thought, we did lose. We did lose some music, but I didn't look at it as a setback. I look at it as we'll just make more. Whatever happens, we find a way around it and we just fix it and we go again. It's gonna happen. So I don't really I can't really say what to do if you feel like, giving up because I don't want to give up.
I honestly like what you say and how you put it, honestly, because you were just like, just go ahead and repeat it one more time, just for our listeners, because it really hit me. Like I really appreciate what you said.
Okay, when I first started, I did other stuff that wasn't that I kind of cared about it, but not really. So when I hit like an obstacle, I would just kind of give up or stop, try something new or whatever. But from the time I figured out that music production was what I'm really supposed to do, and I got it into my thick skull that's what I'm supposed to do. No turning back. It's just been this is the way it's gonna be. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna stop me. Since I figured out that music production is my path. It
Right.
don't matter right now, I'm not gonna stop. And I always say I'm gonna make it barring like sickness or mental challenges or anything like that. As long as it's not like that, I'm gonna make it. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
That's great. So like, listen, once you find your passion, like, ain't nothing gonna stop you from
He's
achieving that goal.
he ain't gonna wanna give up.
Right. All right. So I know while you were telling that story, you said something about an obstacle that came up. Um, what was the way that you overcome it? I know your partners probably was like panicking, but it sounded like you handled it well. Tell me a little bit of how you did it.
Say that again, Sam.
So like earlier when you was talking about the purpose, you said you guys had a little obstacle that arise. Tell me how you handled that obstacle.
Well, first I'm gonna be honest. I was a little pissed at first. Of course. But
I mean,
I huh?
that's kind of normal, but you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was pissed at first, but then I thought about it. And Bob Proctor always talk about responding to situations rather than reacting. So when that happened, my trusty board of advisors popped up in my head. So and I decided to respond to the situation instead of react negatively to the situation.
Hmm.
So I did. I calmed down, and then we started, you know, making more stuff, and then come to find out that we didn't actually lose everything. So it was good. Even if it didn't work out that way, we would just put we would just push it aside and just make more and just go along with it. I have this thing now where I don't let anything worry me. Trust me, it's hard to develop this. It's kind of hard to develop that type of mindset, but when you get stuff like that, like I always hear a saying goes, worrying solves nothing. When you worry, it actually limits you from finding a solution because when you're worrying, your mind ain't really thinking about the solution. It's busy worrying about what's wrong. But when you put away that when you push that away and start focusing on the solution, then that's when you get things to go smoothly.
Right. Right.
So I didn't worry about it. Okay, if you don't mind, I would like to give you another example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Like one of my, this is kind of job related to a job I was doing not so long ago. My boss, right,
Hmm.
keeps telling me I'm the only person he knows who don't worry about anything. It's not that I don't worry about anything. I just look at it like this. Okay, this did happen. So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna worry myself to death, or I'm gonna start thinking of a solution?
Right.
So so one time I'm gonna stray a little bit. One time I accidentally almost blow up a truck.
You serious, dude?
Almost, almost. But it was just a simple thing, and we got it fixed. And then he came to me and he said, "But it looked like you." He came to me and he said, "It looks like you're not even worried or stressed about it." I said, "Well, the thing is, it already happened. Um, I can't do anything by worrying about it. So the only thing that's left to do is to work on fixing the problem." So I went straight to work on fixing the problem, and then we got it fixed. Instead of me worrying and panicking, I decided to forget about that and just go focus on fixing the problem.
Right.
So when it came, I was all cool and calm, fixing the problem and looking like nothing happened. But stuff did happen,
Yeah.
but I just decided not to focus and worry about that. Because by me not focusing on that, I was able to clean up the thing and fix everything a lot faster because my mind was fixed on the solution. So
Right.
I did.
It, it's nice you say that because like we tend to worry about like all the things we can't control. Like for example, we can't control the car that swerve in front of us on the highway, but we can control our reaction to it, and that's the most
It
important
go
thing.
it all goes back to reacting and responding, and I learned that from Bob Fox, as I told you,
Right. And
reacting
then,
and responding.
yep.
That's something that a lot of people should focus on instead of worrying. Focus on the solution and fixing.
Right. Find a solution to the problem, and the problem is gonna disappear.
Once you start worrying, you go automatically to look for the solution.
Right. All right. So, I don't know if our viewers already know, but like, this is our musician. This is the guy who made my introduction music. I don't know if you know, but let me just uh, give you a snippet of the type of music he makes, or just a little thing that he made for me. Let me
A
see.
little bit of the genres and the stuff I do. There's a whole lot more.
Yeah, it's a whole lot more, but this is just a snippet of something he made for me to to introduce my show.
Mm-hmm.
So let's play
I
it right
when
quick.
you change, I got you too.
Huh?
When you're ready to change it, I got you.
All right, cool, cool. I'll remember that. But this is just a little bit of his talent, just to show you know it's real. It's coming on. He's down with anything.
Mm.
I don't know. Let's see. You can hear it. You can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
That was just one of them. Here's another one. I'll just play a quick snippet about of this one too, just so like our viewers could know. This is a different one.
That one. I love that one too.
Hey, that's raw talent right there, guys. Guys, that's some talent. Like I said, I know this guy from way back when high school, played in bands, like just making music. Like everything that he makes was like lit fire. Like I could go back probably on his Facebook page. He still probably have some of the rhythms or stuff that he made, right?
Movies, huh?
Nice,
Yeah.
but
From making people jump up to now
huh?
making I say from making people jump up to now making people feel something different, you know? We
Right.
we elevating, we changing.
It's all about the process too. You had to go through that process of like growing and learning, you know? So it's
Yeah.
just part of the process of what you've been through to where you're at now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like just a few more questions right quick and I'm gonna let you go. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. But what is some of the tips as a musician, like, and you owning your music production company? What is some quick tips or last tips you could give to people who are aspiring entrepreneurs who wants to be in the music industry? What can you tell them, or what kind of feedback can you give them?
Well, the first tip I got to tell them is learn marketing. You have to learn marketing because if nobody know who you are, it don't make no sense. You have a lot of talented people and they're gonna stay in their bedroom or basement or wherever they are because they don't put themselves out there. You gotta learn
Right,
marketing. Marketing, marketing, marketing. You definitely have to learn marketing. And if you can, networking. Now if you can, you should. You
right.
should
Hey,
network. You should, you should. And tips, definitely they need to be talking to the right people, listening to the right stuff.
right,
Because a lot of the people who they are, I'm assuming a lot of the people they are around right now are accustomed to jobs and they work jobs and that's what they grow up in and when you come saying you want to be an entrepreneur, when you come to them saying you want to be an entrepreneur, it's like, oh, don't go there, don't do that. It's not safe. It's safer to get a job and work for 40 years and all that stuff. And really and truly, I don't subscribe to that thinking anymore because I was just doing that. It wasn't meant for me. And anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur needs to, I don't want to say get away from those people because it's kind of impossible because it might be your family,
yeah,
but definitely get around like minded people to get your mindset to the level where it needs to be. Because if you don't get your mindset to the level where it needs to be, they're gonna influence you. You're gonna second guess yourself. You're gonna be thinking, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone this way. Maybe I should have just gone and get a regular job like everybody else."
yeah,
And that's if you want to be an entrepreneur, you gotta get around the right set of people. You gotta get the right information. You gotta listen to people my favorite is Bob Proctor, of course.
yeah,
I listen to some Tony Robbins. And I listen to Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy is one of the best marketing. I don't want to call him a guru because guru sounds so, when you talk about internet gurus, it sounds so bad. I don't want to say he's a guru. He's a marketing genius, actually. So I listen to these three people, and I have another music producer that I follow and listen to. He actually he actually has a lot of courses and stuff to help music producers, and he actually have proof to show he help people. So when you do look for mentors and stuff, you have to make sure that they could prove that they could do what they say they could do, because
Right.
there's a lot of people out there just talking stuff. So you
And
got
you
to make sure you get the right set of people to listen to. One of my mentors said, let me make sure I get this right. If you want to learn how to, if you want to learn how to fight karate, don't go ask your next door neighbor to teach you. Go and ask somebody like Bruce Lee. If you
right,
want to make music, if you're a beat maker, would you go ask your neighbor or would you go talk to Timbaland or Dr. Dre or somebody like that?
right.
No, if you want to be an entrepreneur, would you go and ask your family who don't know nothing about being an entrepreneur, or would you go and ask somebody who actually done it already and proven that they could do it? Right, Awa?
Right. Right.
Another thing, listen to people who are doing what you're doing already where you want to be. Don't listen to nobody else.
Right. And I'm happy you made that distinction so clear, uh, that you can't miss it. Like if you, example, you want to be an actor, you gotta talk to an actor that's already doing it. You know what I'm saying? Get around, watch those actors. If you can't get around them, watch them. You know. So get around those types of people. Definitely not your auntie or uncle. Because
Exactly.
trust me, if you listen to your auntie or uncle, trust me, you're gonna live out their life. And at the end of your life, while you're reflecting, you're gonna wish you had taken more risks. You're gonna wish you had planned your life more different. So to avoid that, why not just take the jump, take the leap of faith? You never know where you can end up. We never know as entrepreneurs, as people in general, once you take that leap of faith, you never know where you could end up. You could end up being on top of the world or being the best music artist. You never know where you're going to end up. So it's always good to just take that leap of faith and just, once you have a plan, take that leap of faith. That's what I suggest people
I totally agree with you, man. Totally agree.
do. All right. So, guys, like, listen, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in again on our Be Inspired TV channel, inspiring you to live the abundant life you deserve. All right. So, guys, if you haven't checked out our website, go to www.beinspiredtv.com. And if you want to check out the magazine called Vision Entrepreneurs United, Visionaries and Entrepreneurs United, go to viewmagazine.com and check it out. And if you like this video or um, this episode, go ahead and click like, comment, share what was the most takeaway you got from it and what you learned or what was most inspirational to you. All right, guys. So thanks again for watching. I'm gonna see you on the next episode. Tune in next Sunday at 9 p.m. Don't be late. We always here on time, getting it rolling. We got somebody special coming on next week. So be live and stay tuned. All right. I'm gonna see you guys on the next episode of Be Inspired TV. Peace.